Over the past several years, Dolores Wilbur, a graphics design teacher in DePaul's Digital Cinema School, has seen unique cornerstones of Chicago disappearing.
I'm a native Chicagoan. I grew up with the city being a place where communities were integrated. It's grown into a city where most of the jobs have left. And we're left with a lot of places like big warehouses where things used to be made that are now becoming places where we buy food and entertainment.
Out of her concern with what she saw as the culture of Chicago disappearing into commercial consumption, Wilbur set out to tell the story of the Chicago where she grew up. She told it in the basement of a small warehouse through the sound of 147 pianos playing at once. It was filmed at Lucas Piano Service in Chicago's West Side. The underlying story is about Lucas's struggle to stay in business in a world increasingly dominated by digital media.
I grew up with a father who was a contractor, and he drove us all over the city. And we got to visit all these places that were almost a different world than the outside world. And I see those spaces disappearing.
Wilbur collaborated with different departments at DePaul to get this project underway, and ultimately used Project Blue Light to involve students in the production. According to DePaul's website, Project Blue Light is a professional motion picture production company within the DePaul Digital Cinema program where students can get hands-on experience in motion picture production. Wilbur worked with students, the owners of the warehouse, and players of all different backgrounds and skill levels in order to make these old, seasoned pianos tell her story of a diverse Chicago that seems to be fading away.
Charm. Some pianos have charm. They just charm the pants off of the listeners. It's a difference between resonance and charm.
I remember getting the sheet for the first day class saying what do you want to do in it? And it was the checklist. It's I want to do camera work, work on sound, do production, anything that was needed.
For Reisberg, having the opportunity to work on a professional cinema production was invaluable. In addition, the most memorable part of the project was the power of the music.
It was just raw. There's no mixing of the sound. It was just the acoustics of the room. It was just the raw energy of it was the best way to describe it.
Beyond the product and the end result of her production, one of the most valuable parts of this experience for Wilbur was exactly that, the experience.
One of the special parts of this program is that you can work and collaborate with all these different programs, with computer science, with cinema, with animation, with social media, with communication, with journalism majors, with art people, and I think that is the most precious of opportunities.
147 Pianos was entered into the CIMM Fest, a film festival that celebrates Chicago's international movies and music. The film is not yet available for purchase, but you can find out more on the film's website, 147pianos.com. For Good Day DePaul, I'm Eric Trapphagen.